Yo, it's your boy Cam back with another hits and misses video, man. As I told you in the last video, we're doing the Chiefs today, man. So the Chiefs are the top dog right now, man. They one of the league's best teams, league's best franchises over the last 7 years. They've been one of those ones, man. The Patrick Mahomes era has been absolutely dominant, and we're gonna get into it, man. But nonetheless, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel as we continue to grow every day. We can't do it without you. You see the socials at the bottom. Follow us, help us grow all over the place. Thank you. So we're gonna get into it, man. Um, so the Kansas City Chiefs, man, is one of them franchises, man. That have been around a long time, a whole lot. Like you see the players. Mahomes, Tony Gonzalez, Eric Fisher, Pro Bowler, Eric Berry, cancer survivor, and Pro Bowler, man. So they got a whole lot, man. Whole lot of players, man. One of the AFL's original teams. AFL was competing with the NFL for a while in terms of players, in terms of stature. And to be honest with you, I think the NFL needed the AFL a lot more than the other way around. But they are one of those teams that was really cool. And what I mean when I say they were competing with the NFL, they drafted Gale Sayers, but Gale Sayers ended up signing with the Bears. Can you imagine Gale Sayers in the AFL? They would have made a lot of money with dude, man. So obviously then a merger takes place and then they draft more players, man. But Buck Buchanan was one of those ones. I think he was on their Super Bowl. Yep, he was on their first Super Bowl team. So yeah, so you can imagine all the players that they've had, man. 83 kind of was a mistake, as I always say. To find out where they're at, you have to go where they were. And 83 was a mistake, man. 83, they should have taken. Oh man, matter of fact, let's go to 83. Let's go to 83. Let's talk about it, man. So, um, 83, obviously, John Elway, Eric Dickerson, Kurt Warner was a great player. Chris Hinton was pretty good. Bruce Matthews, like, come on, man. Jim Kelly, right? So at 7, the Chiefs picked Ty Blackledge, but probably should have maybe taken Ken O'Brien, I mean, Pro Bowler, or you could take Dan Marino, man. Either one would have helped y'all, man. So but that's in a different era, man. As we get later into the 80s, they take Derek Thomas, one of those ones. Neil Smith was pretty good, a sack leader. And Tony Gonzalez, and you get into the 90s, late 90s, he's pretty good. Larry Johnson, but we'll get into all of that, man. So let's start with the year 2000. The year 2000, man, the Chiefs take Sylvester Morris. Sylvester Morris was there for 4 seasons before being out of the league in by 2004. It says he sustained season-ending injuries, and then those knee injuries actually kind of hurt him a whole lot. So he only played in the 2000s. Yeah, that was the only team. Only year he played with the Chiefs, man, even though he was on the roster for that long. But 21st overall, this is a miss due to injuries, man. But let's see, 01, they ain't had no pick, traded it to the St. Louis Rams um, for Trent Green, right? So we're in the Trent Green era. We're in the Trent Green era with Dick Vermeil still the coach, and they have some good things. So they um they did pretty good, man. So 02, they ended up taking Ryan Sims. Um, Yeah, Ryan Sims was there for about 5 seasons. Um, some success, nothing crazy. All American, all SEC player. Um, Productive, I guess, early on. Um, and played in the league for a while. But at sixth overall, I think you want a little bit more. You know, at sixth overall, you really need a little bit more. But he was a defensive tackle, so I don't really put much into it. But you still want like a little bit more in terms of tackles, in terms of tackles for loss. Like you want a little bit more. So I ain't gonna call it a miss, but it definitely ain't a hit. You know what I'm saying? So 03 they go after Larry Johnson, man. Um, and he played for the Chiefs for about 7 seasons, and he was one of those ones, man. 2,000 yards in college that last year at Penn State, trying to change the narrative on the Penn State running back. Um, because they hadn't had any good ones in a little bit. So they, you know, they drafted him pretty good, man. And 03 wasn't nothing because they still had Priest Holmes. 04, I want to say Priest Holmes got hurt. And then he became the big time back in 05 and onward. So this is definitely not a miss. I mean, productive, 1,700 yards back to back seasons. Um, and then he did a holdout. He did a holdout for some money, and he got his money, and then got hurt, right? And then that was it, bro. That was it. So he got that money, and that was it, man. That was it. That was it, man. But definitely not a miss. Pro bowler, all pro. He did his thing, bro. So that was a hit, man. 04, they didn't have any pick. They traded with the Lions. Then 05, they ended up taking Derek Thomas, who turned out to be a stalwart for them. He was there until 2017. All pro bowler, man. He did a whole lot of good, man. 100 tackles. Saw them through the shoot, man. Saw them through the Herman Edwards era as well. Dick Vermeil. Trying to see who else was there, man. Herman Edwards, yeah, I remember that. There's somebody else. Todd Haley, there we go. So I'll do the Todd Haley era. So yeah, like he was one of those consistent leaders in the locker room, most definitely. So and then they get some I would say kind of some misses in my opinion. Uh, yeah, there's some misses and some hits. So we'll get into it. So Tom Bahali in 2006 was good later on in his Chiefs career. Right at first, he was kind of like it was kind of teetering a little bit, but he really turned it on later on in his Chiefs tenure, man. Like really turned it on. Like at first, it's like all right, he's a pretty good defensive end, but once he got to like 2010, like yeah, he turned it on, man. Double digit sack seasons, man. He was off the chain. So he finished his career with like almost 90 sacks. So this turned out to be a hit anyway, man. All pro bowler, man. So yeah, he did his thing. Did his thing, man. Then they go '07. They had one pick. So they picked Dwayne Bowe, pro bowler with them. He was pretty good at LSU, by the way, too. Um, and he was solid, man. Solid player. Definitely worthy of it. If I'm mistaken, man, he dropped some passes too. He dropped some touchdown passes, man. Yeah, he had a whole lot more than that. Whole lot more. Whole lot. But other than that, in the games that I saw, he was pretty damn good, man. But one key problem with the Chiefs over this time span was like quarterback, bro. Quarterback was an issue. Brody Pearl was supposed to be kind of the next dude up, and he didn't really do shit, right? Damon Heward was okay, but like, yeah, bro, that quarterback was a problem, was a big problem. Like, I don't think they fixed quarterback until they end up getting Alex Smith a few years later, right? You know, like, yeah, like, we still got Brody Croyle, like, so, like I said, he was injury prone, right? '09, like, I want to say, Matt Castle. So, yeah, yeah, there we go. Yeah, so when they got Matt Castle, that's kind of where things stabilized a little bit. A little bit. A little bit. Nothing too crazy, but definitely when they got Matt Castle, that's when things kind of stabilized for them. A seventh round draft pick, by the way, stabilizing your quarterback situation is absolutely diabolical. But nonetheless, Dwayne Bowe was a hit there for a long time. Like I said, saw him through that Todd Haley era into the Andy Reid era too that we in right now. So definitely a pretty good player, man. And '08 they go Glenn Dorsey, big nose tackle, defensive tackle out of LSU. Um, he did his thing, bro. I can't get mad. These tackle totals are quite good in my opinion. Being that he was playing in the middle, so I can't get mad at that, man. I think maybe they should have kept him, but I don't know. But he ended up signing a free agency with them, but which means he probably wanted little bit more money. But at the same time, dog, I would have kept him, man, because he was pretty productive, man. Like I said, you don't expect a nose tackle when you are designated as a nose tackle. Like it's different than being a defensive tackle. Because a defensive tackle, like you might be able to split the gap, get a sack here or there. But a nose tackle is designed to plug up the run. And that's exactly what he did. So that was a hit. So then they go Brandon Albert in '08 with their 15th overall pick. He was there for a while, man. He was there for a good little minute. And Pro Bowler, and was consistently on the field at left tackle. So that let you know how good he was. So hey, there we go. It worked out. So '09 they go Tyson Jackson at third overall. This was kind of a miss in my opinion. I mean, yeah, he played a lot of games and made a lot of tackles and things like that. But when you're drafting a guy third overall, man, you gotta, you gotta give me a little bit more than this, man. So I'm gonna call this a miss. Uh, frankly, because of the fact he ain't really produced like he was supposed to. Um, like I said, it's in defensive end. So defensive linemen, so they still got Glenn Dorsey and Tyson Jackson and things like that. So, that really then Tamba Ali was playing outside linebacker as well. So and then we kind of know Javon Belcher. Man, that was a sad situation. But Mike Baber was on the team. So I mean, you just want more. So I'm gonna call that a miss, man. Just because you needed a lot more, right? If you're gonna pick a guy third overall, you need more production, like Glenn Dorsey at that time. Like even he had production. you know. And then 2010, fifth overall, they take one of the best safeties, one of the best defensive players in the country at the time, and Eric Berry, like I said, cancer survivor. Um, he was damn good, man. Interceptions, tackles, sacks, he did it all, man. And he was good, really good. So All American at Tennessee. He was doing his thing, bro. One of the best players in SEC history, dog. He was that good. So 11, John Baldwin. Um, he was only there for 2 seasons, and he ain't really do nothing. Not with them. Yeah. So I want to say he's probably a slot dude. You just trying to get some value out of him, considering that you picked him 26. So um, yeah, probably could have picked somebody else, but that's all right. That happens, right? So I'm gonna call that a man because he did get some yards and he wasn't really expected to do that. But 2012 they go Don Terry Poe. Yeah, he was good too. I liked him. I liked him. Like 5 years with the Chiefs. He was pretty good, man. He plugged up that middle. He got some sacks. He was good, man. So I'm gonna call this a hit. He definitely was worth that pick. All right, so then I want to say this is. Let's go back to the Terry Poe. So I want to say this is the end of that. So the Romeo Cornell era, which wasn't really good at all, and ended kind of sad too, by the way. Um, yeah, with the Divine Belcher situation, that just kind of rocked that whole team, man. And the next season, they ended up going 2013. So that first pick was Eric Fisher. We talked about that in the last video, man. Eric Fisher was a hit for them. He was on the team when they got the first Super Bowl in this dynasty era, man. So that was pretty good. Um, Pro Bowl, so that was a hit, man. And then 2014, they ended up going D Ford, and he was there for about 5 seasons. And he was good. Double digit sacks a few times during his Chiefs run. And he was good, man. He was good. He missed out on a Super Bowl by about a year. But he did. He was a Pro Bowler and a national champion as well. So, 2015, they go Marcus Peters out of Washington. He was there for 2 seasons. Um, cool dude. Has a mean streak to him, a little attitude. But in terms of production, you can't get much better than that, man. Let's see, 14, so 19 interceptions with the Chiefs. So the production was there. So they ended up, I want to say they traded him to, yeah, they traded him to the Rams, yeah, for a 6th round pick, which at the time sounded a little bit crazy, man. Because I mean, defensive rookie of the year, all pro a few times, like, like with the Chiefs, he was all pro. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you can't get rid of that, man. So that was a hit for them, but they messed up getting rid of him. So 2016, they had no pick. But as far as the team success goes, um, so this is like I said, this is the Andy Reid era, and they still fighting with the Patriots, man. But the team's good, and they're in the Alex Smith quarterback era, right? So, you need something else. Alex Smith is a good quarterback, and he ended up having some success. Uh, let's go back. Let's go back a little bit more. Yeah, let's go back here. So yeah, so to put it in context, Alex Smith was picked first overall by the 49ers, and went through a host of coaches, went through the Mike Nolan era, went through the Mike Singletary era, and then actually started to find some success when Jim Harbaugh came to the 49ers, right? Uh, he, I guess, took the ball out of his hands a little bit and trying to focus on more of a power run, play action type system. And it worked out, man. He's a quarterback whisperer for a reason. And it worked out, man. He had some success, but everybody knows that they probably should have picked Aaron Rodgers, and maybe their team would have been a little bit better. But nonetheless, he ended up having success. And then his career kind of took off again. He started to kind of culminate all of that potential that he had when they picked him first overall over Aaron Rodgers with the Kansas City Chiefs, man. Some really good seasons, including a couple playoff runs. Like crazy good, dog. Crazy good. But he knew his time was kind of short when they picked Patrick Mahomes the next season. So, but Patrick Mahomes picked 10th overall. I think that speaks for itself, man. Obviously, everybody kind of looks at Mitchell Trubisky as kind of the miss in that situation. But when you look at Mitchell Trubisky's numbers and what they were in terms of team success, because the Bears were ass for a while, and he got them to the playoffs for the first time in a little minute, and then he started to play real good, right? But then, Mahomes does Mahomian things and he starts winning Super Bowls, he starts winning MVPs, he starts doing all of this stuff, right? So now we looking at Mitchell Trubisky like, well, that was the wrong pick, right? But at the time, you can understand why they picked him because Patrick Mahomes was in a all pass system, and the coaches may not want to have to deal with that because we're still in that era where coaches don't want to evolve. Like they still got them old holdovers that really like we're gonna do it this way and everything. But this is what happens when you think like that. You lose the chance to draft generational talented players like Patrick Mahomes, man. And I mean, when you look at Patrick, man, you see he's got crazy good size, bro. 6'2", 200 pounds plus. Like he's a solid quarterback, just off of the measurables alone, right? But the fact that he can spin the ball everywhere, it don't matter what it is. But they drafted him 10th overall, and they used an old school approach to his entrance into the NBA, right? NBA, goddamn, think about the playoffs. NFL, right? They used it in a in an old school where you sit the quarterback and let him learn, right? And believe it or not, I feel like that was good. I feel like that was good for him to sit behind Alex Smith for a minute and just really learn the position and then take over, because he ready, right? So that's kind of how I feel about that whole thing. Like, dude was nice, and when you think about the success that they've had, we talking 3 Super Bowls, bro. Three. And my man's has been awesome, dog. Like the interceptions have ticked up a little bit, right? But I'm not as mad about that. I'm not as mad about that as other people because when you think about the teams that they had on offense, he really kind of had to force the ball a lot. So I ain't really mad about that, man. But when you talk about hitting on a franchise quarterback, this is what I mean, right? We done drafted sort of good, and then all we missing is a guy to really the drive the car, man, offensively anyway, right? That's what we looking for. Like this is what you're looking for. Like, all right, we draft, man, and we trying to find the right quarterback, not just a quarterback, but the right quarterback, and you find one. Like this is absolutely insane, man. Like some of the shit he done did, 50 touchdowns, 40, 30, like, and then he would have had more, in my opinion, in 2020 if they ain't take off the gas pedal because they 14-1. You know, like, but I will say something that's alarming to me um, is the fact that the yards have gone down a lot. Like I don't like that at all in terms of longevity. But it also can be attributed to like some of his weapons getting old, man. Tyreek Hill was there at some point. And then you lose guys like Travis Kelsey getting older, right? And then some inexperienced receivers. I want to say Scatling Balding left. So like he left. So a lot of weapons that he was probably accustomed to left. Now, out of all the Super Bowls, I didn't think they had it this year. I didn't think they had it. And I didn't think they had it because I was like, man, you really don't look like, they don't look like, they don't look good like they supposed to. But you let Mahomes keep playing around with Mahomes, man. And the Bills fucked around and found out. My Ravens fucked around and found out. And the Niners fucked around and found out. And they fucked around and played around with Patrick Mahomes, and that's exactly what happened. They got caught. I thought that was the year for my Ravens, dog, to be honest with you. I thought we was good. I thought we had it, dog. I thought we had it, dog. Like we was so good, we looked good. What's the name? Goddamn. Lamar Jackson looked good that year, man. We was good. Mahomes said, "Nah, bro, y'all got some work to do." So, but in terms of success, this is it. So we enter the Mahomes era, right? And like I said, no first round picks in late 18 or 19. And then 2020, they take Clyde Edwards-Helaire, man. So he's with the Saints this coming season. Um, and he was good with the Chiefs, man. Obviously, I think he was sharing the backfield with somebody. I don't think he was the number one dude. So it was Le'Veon Bell, Daryl Williams. So they was kind of running back by committee. Le'Veon Bell don't really count. But it's kind of running back by committee. But he still averaged 4 yards a carry, and it was pretty good. But it was pretty good at LSU as well, being kind of X factor on their team, man. Because you got to think, you got two first round receivers on the outside. You got a number one overall quarterback. You got Randy Moss's son Thaddeus on the team. Like, come on, man, that's a whole lot of weapons, man. And then you add Clyde in there, who can catch, who's a mismatch on linebackers and safeties, like crazy. So he was pretty good, man. And he's on the team. He got two Super Bowls, man. And then with the Saints last season, and he'll be with the Saints this year. So hopefully, whoever the Saints draft at quarterback can actually this season they can actually help. He can actually help them because believe it or not, Kamara and him have similar games. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes, man. But he was definitely a hit for them. Definitely a hit. Then 2021, they don't have no pick. They traded them. Um, they trade that pick away, should I say? And then 2022, they go McDuffie and Carl Laftis. Um, so McDuffie's been pretty damn good. I'm about to kill this fly. Come here. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. You go in that window. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Get you. Get you. Going on that window. All right, hold up. I'll be right back. All right, I got that fly. Anyway, but as I said, man, Trent McDuffie, bro, has been a pretty success for them. All pro, one of the best corners in the league, man. Really good in coverage, man. He doesn't really give up a lot of big plays for real. Like he's really good with his technique. So, um, really a hit for them. All pro, first team all pro, which I like. So he's pretty good. George Karlaftis, man, has been pretty good for them. Solid player. Double digit sacks in 23, and more than 5 every season he's played so far. He's a two-time champion, so that's worked out, man. So they draft Felix Yazuma. Uh, he's been pretty good. He's obviously a champion as well. So he's on the team most in backup, but still productive nonetheless. So that's a hit as well. And then 2024, man, they look up and get a guy that probably should have been off the board a lot earlier, man. Xavier Worthy, obviously one of the fastest players, not only in the league but in college. He was really, really good. He slipped to them, and I'm like, how y'all let Mahomes get him? Like that's just ridiculous. And believe it or not, bro, he turned out to be a hit, man. And he obviously had some success in that Super Bowl. Even though people wanna um like even though people wanna say it was mop up duty, and it was. But at the same time, man, it's good to see somebody them still fighting in the Super Bowl, even though it was over. So I thought that was pretty good, man. So, but is in terms of, I'm sorry, I can't talk right now. In terms of what they should do in 2025, um, I think the door is open for them to do whatever they want to do. If you need another defensive end, it should be somebody left. If you need one of those receivers that probably slip, hopefully Luther Burden doesn't slip that far. But if he's available, you can start to, have some younger receivers for Patrick Mahomes to throw to. That'll be really good. So you could do a lot if you're the Chiefs at 31. and you really wouldn't have to either break the bank. You wouldn't have to do that. None of that. So it'll be kind of good, man. So, but in terms of what they have done over the years since 2000, man, they really set it up, man, to be really good going into that, right? They drafted pretty well, man. Like Sylvester Morris obviously was a miss, Sims was a miss, but Johnson, Johnson and Johnson, Larry Johnson, Derek Johnson, Ali, Bo, Dorsey, Albert, all of them hit, and that's like 6 years in a row. You hit on some first round talent. Obviously, Jackson was kind of a miss, but Barry, Poe, Eric Fisher, D Ford, Marcus Peters, obviously Patrick Mahomes. Those are all hits, man. So later in this, you're getting more productive players rather than actually star players. But Clyde was a hit. Duffy's been a hit. George been a hit. Felix is probably going to be a hit this season. He's going to get some more playing time. And then Worthy's probably a number one coming up soon. So, like, you've hit, especially later, like from 2010. Well, shit. Shit, they really hit on everybody, to be honest with you. They had more, I guess, more misses in the 90s than they did in the 2000s and 10s and 20s. So they've done pretty good, man. So um, last year, Kansas City Chiefs hits and misses, man. They traded a lot of first rounders away. But they've been a success. Patrick Mahomes has been a success. So let me know what you think about the Chiefs draft. Do you think they've been successful? What do you think they should do at 20 in this year's draft when they pick 31? And what do you think about Patrick Mahomes, man? Is this his time to really kind of just recalibrate things and then get to, um, back to a different Patrick Mahomes, where he has his own receivers to throw to instead of signing everybody. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm excited to see what the Chiefs do. Obviously, the Andy Reid era is closer to the end than it is the beginning. So I want to see how that whole thing works out as well. But don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will catch y'all on the next one when we discuss the Oakland, Los Angeles, Oakland, Las Vegas Raiders. So I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Y'all have a good one. Peace.